We're right over the Chatham Bridge on Sophia Street, and it's interesting because when I was first approached with this, which was just a few weeks ago, it's like I didn't even really know what wall they were talking about, but now that I'm here, it's a really visual, like a lot of people will see it. And I think it's one of the good things about a mural like this is that it takes a wall that you wouldn't otherwise see and make something out of it. And then now people will definitely notice it, I'm pretty sure.
And boy, that for a city and for communities that have murals, that speaks to the power of a mural.
Yeah, and I think that's what it does the best, is take a wall that nobody would pay any interest in, and you're not permanently damaging it. You're just going to put a mural on it, it'll last for 10, 15, 20 years, and then maybe someday the kids will paint over it and they'll put a different mural over it.
Well, for an artist, that's... How do you come to terms with that? Because you like to do things that are permanent, don't you?
Not really. Well, you know what's funny is the aspect of being an artist that appeals to me the most is the problem-solving aspect of it. And whether you're doing an 8-inch by 10-inch painting, or in this case, this is 14 feet by 18 feet, they're just problems. It's like a Rubik's Cube. You're trying to solve it. And honestly, once I solve it, take a picture of it, I don't really care if I ever see it again.
The past two murals that you've done, when you talk about problem solving, this one seems less, you're not having to work around things like you have the last couple.
Yeah, not as much. There was one little aspect of the ground here, because it's a soft ground, and getting the scaffolding to roll on it and not roll off the edge. But really, yeah, you're right. This wall is pretty clean, which is nice. It makes it easy. It's been painted a bunch of times, which also makes it a lot easier to paint, unlike the Spencer Devon mural, which was unpainted brick, which was pretty challenging.
Yeah, it's a surprise, so we can't.
Right.
We're not gonna tell who you're doing.
Right. It's interesting. Yeah. We can't really say, because in a couple weeks it'll be finished, and then everybody will know. And it's a surprise as much as if somebody drives by, they're gonna see it.
Yeah. So you hope that person doesn't, but it is a surprise. So we're not going to talk about. Well, we're going to show pictures, but we're not going to talk about.
Right.
You figure it out. Figure it out.
And the way Fredericksburg works is Fredericksburg really only allows Fredericksburg murals or something to do with Fredericksburg. So this is an icon of the Fredericksburg community, and I think it's going to be a cool mural when I get it done.
It's funny to watch these done, because I mean you do what all artists. I mean, as a kid you learn how you do lines, and that's how you do pictures.
It's really the only way to do a big one like this is a grid. We use a grid system, and I guess I can't probably show you the photograph, but the photograph is got little small grids on it that line up evenly with this one. It's this is a 14 by 18 mural, so there's 14 1-inch or 1 foot square blocks going up and 18 square blocks going across. So the photograph has equal, 14 little squares up, 18 across, and that's really it. And you just sort of fill in the squares. It's really like a blueprint, like a blueprint of a house, just in scale, and then we scale it up.